In Cronus, The New Dawn, survival isn't just about weapons, it's about memory. Set in a hauntingly beautiful, post-apocalyptic world where reality is fractured and time itself is unstable, this game blends sci-fi horror with deep emotional storytelling. You play as a lone wanderer trapped in a mysterious facility called the Ark, an abandoned remnant of human ambition gone wrong. With every death, your character ages, gaining wisdom but losing physical strength. It's a mechanic that makes every choice feel weighty, every encounter personal. The environmental storytelling is top tier, ruined labs, echoing corridors, and cryptic voices from the past draw you in with every step. Think Dark Souls meets Returnal, but with a narrative heart that asks, what are you willing to sacrifice to reclaim humanity? Animal Use Protocol isn't just a game, it's a moral gut punch wrapped in a psychological horror experiment. Set in a cold, clinical research facility, you take the role of a lab technician tasked with overseeing a series of ethically grey experiments on animals. But the deeper you go, the more the lines between scientist, subject, and sanity begin to blur. The sterile environments, glitchy surveillance footage, and unnervingly quiet soundscape create a sense of dread that never quite lets go. You're not just witnessing cruelty, you're complicit in it. Every button you press raises a question: are you still in control, or just another part of the protocol? This isn't about jump scares, it's about slow, creeping horror born from ethical discomfort and moral ambiguity. Animal Use Protocol forces you to stare into the void, and realize it might be staring back. Dark Mass is pure sci-fi terror, cold, relentless, and oozing with cosmic dread. You awaken alone on a derelict space station orbiting a dead planet. The crew is missing, the lights flicker, and something unspeakable is crawling through the vents. What makes Dark Mass stand out isn't just the claustrophobic level design or the grotesque, shifting enemy forms, it's the feeling of complete isolation. The game weaponizes silence, darkness, and the unknown, forcing you to question whether what you see is real, or if the mass is inside you too. Every corridor feels like a trap. Every whisper over the calms sounds like a warning. Dark Mass doesn't just scare you, it slowly erodes your sanity with every encounter. This isn't survival horror. It's survival in the void.
I think we've unleashed the curse.
Industria II drops you back into the haunting remnants of an alternate reality Berlin, where science, war, and emotion collide in a surreal dreamscape. You return as Nora, still searching for answers, but this time the lines between human and machine blur even further. The world feels both familiar and fractured. Retro-futuristic tech looms over desolate streets, and enemies aren't just mechanical, they're echoes of a past you're trying to escape. With tight gunplay, atmospheric world building, and a deeply personal narrative, Industria II leans into introspective storytelling without sacrificing tension. Every hallway hums with danger. Every discovery cuts deeper. This isn't just about finding someone, it's about confronting what's left of yourself. Reanimal is unsettling, surreal, and unlike anything you've played before. Set in a world where humans are mysteriously merging with animals, you navigate a collapsing society grappling with identity, instinct, and control. The visuals are raw and disorienting. Grotesque hybrid creatures roam environments that shift between brutal realism and dreamlike abstraction. But Reanimal isn't just body horror, it's psychological horror. Every transformation tells a story. Every choice challenges your humanity. With minimal dialogue and heavy atmosphere, the game forces you to interpret its world through emotion and instinct rather than exposition. It's strange, it's tragic, and it sticks with you long after the screen goes black.
I thought you were dead.
Deathground is the dinosaur survival horror game we've all been waiting for. Trapped in a pitch-black facility with malfunctioning lights and malfunctioning plans, you and your squad must outsmart some of the most terrifying hunters on Earth, raptors, rexes, and worse. This isn't a mindless shooter. It's tense, tactical survival. Every creak of metal, every distant growl reminds you that you're not the apex predator here. The AI is smart. The dinos are relentless. And when one finds you, it's already too late. Whether you're playing solo or co-op, Deathground combines classic Jurassic Park paranoia with modern horror mechanics, and it delivers real, pulse-pounding fear. Animus is a haunting dive into the fractured human psyche, where trauma takes form, and every shadow hides a secret. Set in a decaying spiritual asylum, the game blends psychological horror with surreal exploration as you navigate a world shaped by memory, guilt, and fear. But this isn't your typical jump-scare fest. Animus is slow, deliberate, and deeply personal. You don't just uncover clues, you relive them. Reality bends, timelines fracture, and the line between the spirit world and the mind begins to vanish. With stunning, nightmarish visuals and an ambient soundtrack that gets under your skin, Animus pulls you into a horror experience that's more about what you feel than what you see. Silent Hill F takes the franchise into chilling new territory, 1950s rural Japan, where folklore and psychological horror intertwine in the most disturbing ways. This isn't just a change of setting, it's a descent into a decaying, floral nightmare where beauty masks rot, and fear blooms in silence. The trailer teases creeping vines, body horror, and a slow, elegant kind of terror that feels uniquely Japanese yet unmistakably Silent Hill. It's quiet. It's tragic. And it's terrifying. With acclaimed writer Yukishi07 at the helm, known for Higurashi, expect layers of emotional trauma, twisted characters, and an atmosphere that lingers long after the screen fades to black. Silent Hill F doesn't scream, it festers. Shiver is psychological horror at its coldest. Set in a remote, snow-blanketed wilderness, you play as a lone traveler whose car breaks down near an abandoned rest stop, and from the moment you step out, you know something is wrong. The brilliance of Shiver lies in its simplicity. There are no monsters chasing you, just isolation, decaying surroundings, and a creeping sense of dread that tightens with every step. The lo-fi visuals and haunting ambient sound design make you feel like you're walking through a forgotten memory, or someone else's nightmare. It's not about jump scares, it's about atmosphere, discomfort, and that gnawing fear that you're being watched in the silence. Cthulhu, the cosmic abyss plunges you headfirst into the unknowable. This isn't just Lovecraftian horror, it's an immersive descent into madness where every whisper, every shadow, and every impossible geometry chips away at your sanity. Set aboard a derelict research vessel orbiting a cursed celestial anomaly, the game masterfully blends psychological terror with cosmic dread. You're not just fighting monsters, you're unraveling your own mind as you uncover forbidden knowledge best left buried in the void. With its haunting visuals, distorted realities, and sanity-based mechanics, Cthulhu, the cosmic abyss doesn't scare you with what you see, but with what you can't understand. You don't survive this horror. You comprehend it, and that's far worse. It isn't just body horror, it's body horror evolved. From the moment you enter its decaying, gore-drenched world, it's clear this game isn't here to hold back. It's visceral, grotesque, and beautifully disgusting. With ultra-realistic visuals powered by Unreal Engine, every twitching mutation and blood-slick corridor feels painfully real. The enemies don't just look horrifying, they move like nightmares, with unpredictable jerks and contortions that make every encounter deeply unsettling. But Hill isn't just about shock value. It builds dread through isolation, atmosphere, and a world that feels violently alive. If Resident Evil and The Thing had a fever dream, this would be it. This is horror for those who can stomach the unthinkable.